This is a little experiment that I did from June 21st to July 22nd. So it took about a month. And I wanted to test out what method works the best for rooting cuttings. So there's a lot of stuff on the internet, like to put something on the roots or the stem cuttings to make it grow faster, or putting it in a specific type of soil. So I wanted to test like maybe not all, but a lot of these methods out to see which one actually had the most, which one was the most effective. For this experiment, it's not really, it's not a formal scientific experiment, so I didn't, it's not double blind, it's not controlled or anything like that. Um, and I didn't really control for external factors. So it's not a proper scientific experiment, but it's just a small, kind of like a mini pseudoscience experiments that I did to figure out which one worked the best. So this is the first picture. These are all mint plants. Um, and basically I would just water them every day. Besides that, I didn't control for water, for light, for air, or temperature. I didn't control for any of that. So this isn't 100% accurate. But these are all the methods that I use to propagate the stem cuttings. So one, I just cut the stem diagonally. This is using that one used 100% regular potting soil mix. And the second one, the leaves haven't been trimmed. So you can see that I didn't trim the leaves all the way up till the very last two, right? So this stem retained all its leaves. Uh, Number three, and that used 100% soil. Number three used 100% peat moss, and that's it. Number four used a 50-50 mix of peat moss and soil. Number five is just kind of like the control. I just used soil, and I didn't use it. I didn't do anything else. No diagonal cutting. No, didn't apply anything on it. Number six, I used some saliva on the cutting. Number seven used honey. Number eight, aloe. Number nine, allspice. And number 10, apple cider vinegar. And these were all just to test out which one worked the best. And each column, each column is that specific treatment method. So there's only three plants for each method, and then 10 methods in total. So there's 30 plants. But you can see all the pictures. June 25, 6. And because I didn't control for the lighting, it was a little bit uneven, like you can see in this picture that the shadow is casting on some of the plants but not the others. But overall, at the very end, basically with this, just within this context, so with the mint cutting and without controlling for temperature or air or water or anything like that, it seemed like allspice worked the best out of all of them, which is kind of unexpected actually. I wasn't sure which one would work well, but I wasn't expecting allspice to work well. Um, and then another weird thing was that the cuttings that didn't have the leaves taken out, they seemed to sprout like more clustered, which is pretty weird. Um, and then some of the other ones didn't work so well, like the peat moss, for example. I think it just soaked up too much water. But otherwise, this is the final end, or the final picture. So you can see which methods worked better than others.